Hey y'all, it's your girl Drika K, and I'm back with another video. I really don't know how to bring about this topic, but it has been in my spirit for a long time to do this video, and because I have not really made the time to make the video, or I have not really known how to like just come out and say this video, I've been putting it off. But I can't ignore it no longer, and I just have to go ahead and put it out there now. I just got to go ahead and do it. And I just pray that the Lord will lead me right now as I talk about this, because I really feel like it can help someone. Because when I was going through it, y'all, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I thought I was crazy. But without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. All right, so I'm just come out and say it, y'all. My baby daddy is a warlock, an energy vampire, or at least I think that he is. Like, I have a lot of supporting details that can confirm this if it were to ever be a study, if anybody ever wanted to study it. But I'm just gonna tell y'all about like a couple of times like how I found this out. So now that I'm older, I have realized like I'm not crazy, like, and I'm not losing my mind, because I've always wondered why, like, I'm so sensitive. Like, why do I cry about everything? Like, why am I always crying? I've learned that now that I'm older and I'm stepping into my purpose, I'm learning that I'm an empath. I'm an empath, and I am energy sensitive to a lot of stuff, and I have to really guard my energy. I have to protect my energy. I have to know how to handle this and go off and charge myself up. I have to be very strategic in how I connect with others. I can't just go out here and just hooking on to everybody, because that could be detrimental to me. So I've learned that. But over the course of time of me being with, and I really don't even want to call him my baby daddy in this video. I said I didn't want to call him my baby daddy in this video, but to be honest, I don't want to call him my baby daddy any longer or ever in life, because no shade, but I have leveled up. He has no attachment to me anymore. We don't share a child anymore. She passed away. I'm on to bigger and better things. I'm really acting like this never happened. I'm really acting brand new, to be honest, because I was good. He was bad for me, and people be knowing what they be doing. So yeah, that's that. And I'm not upset or anything. I'm not mad. I'm not nothing. I'm just healed. That's it. Video, because I have literally detached myself from him. So I'm just gonna call him in this video if I can. But me and him were talking for a little minute, maybe like a year, and it seemed like longer than that, but that's just really and truly how a narcissist, they love bomb you. They be hot and heavy in the beginning, and they lay it on heavy in the beginning, and like the love is so intense to the point it seems like y'all have been dealing for a long time. But if you really just come to your senses, and as time passes, you realize that it really was not that long, because like I said, after the smoke had cleared and stuff like that, I had time to like really assess me and the relationship between him and I. And I realized, like, really and truly, we were not together that long at all. For the stuff that we was doing and the stuff that happened, we were not together long at all. And now I fully understand why things happened the way they did, and I understand what was going on with him at that time, So it's making a lot of sense. But me and him had not been together that long. I think we met, and I made him wait a little minute before I got physical with him. I made him wait for at least 2 to 3 months before I got physical with him. But over a year's span of time, 1 year, so much had happened, and we had got so deep into each other, and we made decisions that should have not been made. We made decisions as if we had been together for years, and that's why things move so fast, and it crashed and burned very fast. But to get back on the subject, after being with him for quite some time, and like I said, I made him wait at least 2 to 3 months before we got physical. Now, in the beginning, prior to me, before making that decision, we just always spent like a lot of time, and it was like a lot of heavy love bombing, and just I was head over heels for him, and that was all a part of his tactic, and I didn't know back then. But after getting physical with him, I wouldn't say right away that I learned this, because right away I didn't really feel symptoms for real that he was an energy vampire or that he was like some kind of warlock. And I really don't be wanting to get like too deep into this, because I have not gone and done like a deep study of like a warlock. Now, I will say an energy vampire, yes, because I have had a lot of experience with that and dealing with people who were. And that's how I've learned to gatekeep myself because of that, So if anybody else is a little more knowledgeable than I am when it comes down to that term, please drop it down in the comments and let me know what's your take on a warlock. But for the sake of this video, I'll just be saying energy vampire, because I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about when I know what I'm talking about. But right away, symptoms did not show up of him being an energy vampire, not on myself and not on him. So we were together, like I said, like not even a whole year. Like I met him in April around my birthday. No later than June, July, we made it like official. July, so up in there, we moved in together. He moved in with me, and boom, 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 around Christmas time, I ended up finding out I was pregnant, with him. And all of that, y'all, I did not notice like any signs of nothing. I didn't notice any signs of like him being an energy vampire, because I was just so swept away by him. I was so into him. So stuff like that, I couldn't see it. I just only saw him, and I just knew that I was in love with him. That was all that I saw. And we had a lot of bumps in the relationship, a lot of things that were red flags, but I pushed it off because I was being love bombed so good by him. Like, I give that to him. He did his big one. Like, he had me for a minute, for quite some time, for some years, because everything started really going wrong, like going downhill. Like once I became pregnant and stuff came out and stuff like that, I went through the grieving process all by myself. And then between time of me grieving and stuff like that, and I was still sleeping with him. So it was during that time, because I really feel like he is the catalyst for my situation. Like, he is the one that jump started my spiritual awakening. He was the catalyst of my spiritual awakening. So, sorry. Yeah, during that time, I was, like I said, I was still like, sleeping with him and stuff like that. And like, I always felt like him seeing me in pain like that behind my daughter, I always felt like it did something for his ego. I felt like him seeing me cry and reach out to him and just like blowing his phone up, like for years, I always felt like that was feeding his ego. And that's when I started waking up in the process of my grief. That's when I started realizing things. That's when I learned about the term narcissist. That's when I started realizing who he was and looking at the situation differently. Now, I didn't stop cold turkey because I was still in the limbo. So I was trying to get myself out, but steadily I was going through. So like I said, I was still sleeping with him and stuff like that. And around that time, that's when I started seeing signs. That's when the signs started showing up because like I said, I felt like my grief was feeding his ego. And I'm just like, this is your daughter too. Why aren't you feeling the same things that I'm feeling? And a lot of people was telling me like, everybody grieves differently, and I do understand that and I believe that, but it was just something about him that just did not give grief at all. It gave, I do not give up. I want to see you crash and burn. That's what it gave. That's what it gave, y'all, and I'm not tripping. And there was a reason for that. And so, like I said, I was steadily still sleeping around with him, and I started noticing like after sleeping with him, like not even minutes, like not even getting up out of the bed just yet, I was feeling like weak, like really, really weak. And let me go back. Signs didn't really show up strongly back then because I can always remember like times of like when we got physical afterwards, I would feel nauseous, I would feel weak, and I would feel drained. But I always just brushed it off like it wasn't really a cause for concern, for me. I thought it was natural, like, big deal, no big deal. But as time passed on and I started making myself more knowledgeable about narcissism, I started digging deep into my spirituality. I started building a relationship with God, and like things were being revealed to me. Like everything that I know now, the Lord revealed it to me. He revealed it to me. Like, I didn't really have to go out and search for this stuff. Like, the Lord literally gave me this knowledge. He literally allowed certain things to appear in my sight for me to read certain things and gather everything that I need to know. He even showed me different things around me, on people around me, to confirm, like, this is what I want you to know about this. So I knew enough at the time to know like what it was that the Lord was trying to show me. It was on him. It was on him. So like I said, I was brushing it off. It really wasn't a big deal. But after digging deep and building a relationship with God, I started learning that it was spiritual. Like this isn't normal. Like this isn't something that I can continue to ignore. Like this is serious. It's an energy. It's spiritual. It's a spirit. So at that point, I was realizing, I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I feel drained, like, every time we would get physical, like, every time, like, I would literally just be laying there, like, lifeless. Like, for real, like, I would literally have to lay there, and I noticed, like, he would have so much energy. Like, he would get up and play the game. He would just, be moving around. Like he just had so much energy, smiling, just, and the whole time, every time afterwards, I always was left feeling drained and really sad, like couldn't find no happiness, like head hung low type sadness. I'm not exaggerating. And I remember talking to my little cousin one time about it. I say little cousin because she's younger than me, but she's way of age to know what I was talking about. And so I was talking to her about it. And she was just like, dang, maybe it's not that serious. She was like, it's just probably good. You know what? And she was like, it happens sometimes. And I'm just like, no, this is deeper than this. I'm like, I can feel it all over my body and like my spirit and my mind. I'm like, I'd be real sad. And I was like, it doesn't just last for that moment. I was like, it lasts for days. Like for days, I'm not able to get right. For days, I'm not waking up on time. I'm lazy. Like I can't do nothing. Like, sometimes I wasn't showering. Like it was crazy. Like I literally had no energy to do nothing. The only thing I had energy to do was to run to him every time he would tell me to come here again. And then it would keep going. It would repeat itself. It was a cycle. And that's how I knew then that he was a energy vampire. I knew it, but I didn't know how to get myself out of it. And I knew it was serious, but I did not know it was as serious. Like, I didn't know it was serious enough for me to run away from him and stay. Sadly, it took a couple of years. It took it a couple of years for real for me to realize, like, I had to protect myself from him. I had to pray myself off of him. I had to fast to break the connection. And this is the first real year that it was actually done. It kind of started last year, but I know for sure, like, it's done with. I know exactly what was going on. I know that he was siphoning my energy. I know that I was feeding his ego and I was lifting him up while he was dragging me down. Like, it's a deeper situation in the spiritual realm. So I ain't got to worry about that no more, because I know for real now. Like, there was a time where I just really didn't understand. I'm just like, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why I'm drained like this. But I kept going back for more. But now I know exactly what was going on, and it's serious. Like, I can't even play like that no more. Like, he is a energy vampire. While I was going down, I was raising him up. It was spiritual. It was spiritual. Now, whether he does it on purpose or not, I don't know. But I just know that I have to protect myself. I know who I am now, and I can't allow it to happen. And then another, probably gonna make a part 2 to this video, because I also want to talk about, like, how I was, like, so intuitive. Like, I could feel things. I knew when, well, I can't say I really knew certain things, but I would have, like, certain dreams that would confirm, like, certain things about him and, like, females that he was messing with. And I want to talk about, like, destiny swapping and how I felt that, like, this particular female was trying to destiny swap with me. And it gets deep, y'all. Like, I have a lot that I have to talk to y'all about, and I really just got to pray to the Lord to help me to be able to get these situations, you know, out to y'all so it makes sense. But a lot has happened to me, and I have changed a lot for the better. Like, I'm more self-aware. I'm more mature now. I'm just overall a better person now, and I'm healed. And I just thank the Lord for saving me from those things, because I was really going under, y'all. I was losing grip on life. I was losing my grip on life, y'all. But I thank the Lord for pulling me up out of that. But yes, him was an energy vampire, and he was stealing my energy through smexy time. Yeah, he was stealing my energy through that. Yeah, and everybody that he was sleeping with was stealing my energy as well. So that's the end of this video, Lord. That's the end of this video, y'all. I don't really have much else to say before I start rambling and talking in circles, but I did want to come on here and talk about that. If y'all got any questions, or if you just want to leave a comment or something like that, please leave it in the comment section. Like, let's talk about this. If you've gone through that, if you felt that, let's talk about it, y'all. Cause yeah, I'm up to talk about it now. At first I was lost, didn't know what to do, but I know now. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to heal somebody else. I'm ready to change the world now. So yeah. But that's the end of this video. Bye, y'all. Oh yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. We got to get my videos out there. We got to do something. We got to move this year, y'all, because I'm on my zone. Bye.